I'm pumped to see your campground.
Kat is getting pumped to go tour my campground. The gate is still closed for the season, but we're gonna go check it out as soon as Kat unlocks her bus door and lets me out.
Maximalist minibus with Mary and Ryder and you. Get on the bus!
It doesn't say how much per site, it's blank. The prices are blank.
That's because you get to hang them up.
Oh.
You have to post this.
I don't know, maybe this is my site. It's site number 1. I don't know. I would think there'd be a site that said camp host.
Yeah. But a lot of the signs are down and you have to put them up.
Right. If it is my site, I think I'd drive back here. Then I would actually have solar.
Doing it though, because you're going to have an ice machine.
Right, this is probably not my spot.
You have to have ice machine and all kinds of stuff.
Right. This probably is not my spot. But it's cute. It's site number 1. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, I'm going to be a camp host. That's the big reason I'm in Flagstaff. It's the big cliffhanger from the last video. That's it. I'm going to be a camp host. Sorry, it's a little anticlimactic, I know. Ryder's going to have to be on a leash next time we walk this road, most likely. Here's a spot. Here's another camp spot. This is spot number 2 is nice and quite large. 2, 3. There's actually 2 spots in here, it looks like. Spot 2 and spot 3. But doesn't this look like it has electric over here? I would think that would be my spot if it had electric, because there's no other spots that are electric in here. But it seems like this is a double spot. Spot 2 and spot 3. So it seems weird that they would put me here. We'll keep looking. Got the dumpster. I'm not sure what this is.
I bet that's an outhouse.
Maybe, but that looks like this might be coming up.
That might just be storage.
Yeah. And then this here, I believe, is the restroom. Yeah, there's the restrooms, which are pit toilets.
There's the trailhead.
Over here, we've got 2 trailheads. We've got the Lakeview Trail with a vista in 2 miles, and we've got the Arizona Trail, which of course is a very famous trail. "800 miles. The Arizona Trail, that's interesting. It's pointing in 2 directions. This way and that way. There's Smokey. Wow, that's kind of cool, the way it goes down. Yeah, that's got some privacy to it. That's site 6. 5 and 6 are in here. Those are nice.
Yeah, they're bigger and more open.
Yeah, they're nice looking spots. Close to the restrooms, close to the dumpsters. That's site 9. So where are 7 and 8? There's another one way in there.
No, but I think you get to that one there.
But there's
and then
there's 3 picnic tables here. 7 is down here. This is another one. Wow, that's a huge site. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, this is more like a classic loop, like you would typically see in a lot of campgrounds. Sites 14 and 15 are this way. Wow, they got their own little road, sites 14 and 15. Oh, this is cool down here. I guess the Arizona Trail continues down here too. Wow, this is 14. This is a very cool site. There's like stump chairs, and then look at that. Somebody cut that all up. And that's 15. down there, way back in the woods. Wow, 15. Wow. This is amazing. It's huge. And it's like a dead end, so it's like you're totally in the forest out here. Except for this house up here. I heard there were cabins up here, but I mean, that's like a full-on house. None of the sites we've been looking at could be the camp host site because all the numbered sites are listed for rent on recreation.gov, so it has to be that area by the bathrooms. So there's really nowhere else. It can't be where that electrical box was because there are 2 sites over there. And if I camped there, I would be totally blocking their driveway. I mean, there's no room to set up anything at all. But of course I can't hang out too long to figure it out because I don't have my bus. We're in Kat's bus because bus issues. How often does that happen? And yeah, so Kat has stuff to do, so we gotta go. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, except it's almost May. I know it does that up here, but somehow I just wasn't expecting this. Remember how it was like springtime when we got here 2 days ago? David said this isn't going to last, though. He says it's just like a quick flurry. We're going to stay here at Marshall Lake with David until we can move into our campgrounds. I asked the manager of all the campgrounds, and she said that the camp host site in my campground is between the shed and the bathrooms. So that must mean that the electricity comes out of that shed and not out of the box that we saw over by number 2. Because I have to have electricity. Because, I mean, there's no solar really, not a lot of solar out there because there's too many trees, but also there's no internet. There's no cell service or anything. And they have a DSL line that they've installed. And obviously that has to have power for the modem. So I need the internet to run credit cards. And not to mention I need it for me because I want to, you know, I got to keep up my NVRC work and I have videos to upload. And yeah, I think this campground actually sells ice. So maybe the ice machine is in that shed and that's where the electricity comes out. So that's why I have to be parked there. I was just picturing like a cute little spot that I could like jazz up and make my own. I didn't imagine that I would be camping basically in the middle of the public area. And maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it needs to be because really I mostly just have my memory to go on because it didn't really occur to me that that was where we were supposed to set up camp until we were almost leaving. So I didn't really get a chance to check it out very thoroughly. Maybe it's better than it looks. I don't know. This isn't really looking like a little flurry. Kat and David are hosting at Ashurst Lake at 2 different campgrounds on either side of the lake. And when we left mine yesterday, we drove by to take a look at theirs. And other than being down the absolutely worst washboard road I think I've ever seen, Kat's camp host site is fantastic. David's is huge. You could fit a couple of semis in there. Kat's isn't as big, but it's so cute. It's on a loop with other campsites, but it's separated from the others by trees. And it has this incredible view of the lake and the snow-capped mountain peak. It's amazing.
This is where we are, RJ. We're living here for 6 months. How awesome is that?
Mine is between a bathroom and a shed. I'm not a huge fan of snow, but this is lovely. I think when you don't see it very often, it kind of grows on you. Come over here so you can pee-pee on the tree. Come here and go pee-pee over here. Come over here. I know, it's very cold. Do you want to put on your boots? Do you want to put on your boots? I still got them. We can put on your boots. You're going to try it without them, huh? Here, let me get you. That's too deep for you, buddy. That's too deep. I'll get you. Okay. You sure you did enough pee-pee? I don't know if you've ever even seen snow before. So, this is a lot of snow. Really, it's a lot of snow. I mean, it's a lot. But David says it will stop and then it will all melt tomorrow and we'll be clear by Sunday, which I hope is true because I have to take the bus to the repair shop in Flagstaff on Monday. David was right. It did stop. And it's melting. Out here, snow has a very ugly cousin, mud. It did take a while, and I needed David's help, but I did manage to get Max unstuck from the muck this morning. I got into town, got to the mechanic, and the bus is fixed. The new radiator hose is on, and you wouldn't even know it snowed this weekend. At this point, it's springtime again. And now I'm headed out to move into my campground. I really hope I can make this work. Maybe the reason this camp spot thing has got me so stressed out is because I'm already, a little, a little bit edgy about the job in general. I'm not as sure as Kat is. Like, Kat is ecstatic about this job, and she's totally sure it's going to be awesome. And part of that is because she knows exactly where she's going to be. Her spot is great and all that, but also it's because, she's a nester. She likes to stay in one place. I am not a nester, and I like to move. I get itchy feet. 5 months is a long time to stay in one place for me. I've stayed in one place plenty of times, but it's generally because either there's a bus issue, like when my transmission went out, I couldn't move for like 4 months. I couldn't even go into town. And, then my rear axle last year, I couldn't really leave Quartzsite because I couldn't drive faster than 35 miles an hour. But I had to stay there. There was a mechanical reason. And then medical reasons too when I'm dealing with something medical. Like, I spent 8 months in one place last year getting my knee replaced. But when I have a working bus and a working body, I like to move. And that part I'm a little nervous about. Not totally sure that that's going to work out for me. And then on top of it, if I have a site that isn't comfortable to be in, that I can't really make my own and, make a home, that's just going to make it that much harder. But I'm trying to be optimistic. I really am. I know it doesn't sound like it right now, but I really am. Maybe it'll be the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know. Maybe. Wow. Oh, wow. There's so many of them. Oh, you're so cute. Oh. Okay, Ryder. Let's go see our new home. So, this is a shed. There's nothing in here. Tools and chipmunk poop. That's it. There's nothing in here. There's no electric. There's no outlets or anything. And there's no ice machine because I found out that this campground isn't selling ice this year. So if this isn't where the electric power comes from, if it comes from that box, then maybe when she said between the bathrooms and the shed, she meant this way instead of this way. Maybe this is going to work out pretty well after all. There's only one way to find out, and that is keep watching. You could even subscribe if you want to. It's right there. See you next time.